Hello mateys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going through every fragrance I acquired in the month of February. So strap in, grab yourself a drink and let's get started. But before we get into the video, make sure you like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel to keep the channel growing. Any interaction, all interaction helps to grow the channel and helps me to reach more people and more fragrance enthusiasts out there. So I really appreciate it if you could do that for me. Let's get into it. So we're going to start with an honourable mention. It's not a fragrance, but it is an aftershave balm. 1 million aftershave balm, in fact. Yep, I acquired this. I don't shave that often. I mean, I keep this tidy-ish. Tidy-ish, but I don't really shave that often. So therefore, an aftershave balm is kind of slightly redundant, but it's part of the world of fragrances, so I thought I'd just give it a brief little mention here. On the topic of shaving, the original purpose of fragrances, or what used to be known as aftershaves, was to splash on after you've shaved. Shock horror, I know. But I did pick up 2 aftershaves. That's right. As you can tell, one of them has been used, not by me. These were my grandfather's. These were my late grandfather's, and instead of them going to waste, I thought I'd add them into my collection. So he had Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, nice citrusy, fresh one. Clearly he was a bit of a fan of that. And Old School, Obsession for Men. I don't actually know why this gets hated on. I enjoy it. I think it's like a spicy, aromatic apple pie kind of vibe to it. It's quite old school, but I do like it. Next up on the topic of old school, another one I inherited from my grandfather, this 50ml of Kouros. There is very little left in this bottle, probably 3ml at most. Will I ever wear it? Probably not. I very much don't like Kouros. I appreciate the perfumery. I appreciate the representation of the time period that this came out in. The 80s smells of Kouros, but it's not really my vibe. I much prefer Kouros Body, which commissioned by Tom Ford back when he worked for Yves Saint Laurent. That is an incredible and highly underrated fragrance, and I'm pretty sure a discontinued one also. But if you have the ability to find it, try it, smell it, buy it, whatever, do it. I highly implore you to. Kouros is an acquired taste, not my acquired taste. Next acquisition is CKB. This is a very, very good cheapie. And if you're wondering why it doesn't have an atomizer, it's because my one turned up with a broken atomizer. Yay me. But this does smell fantastic. And the minute I have a replacement atomizer, I will be rocking this. It's a great everyday, any occasion fragrance. Shame about the performance. That goes for most Calvin Kleins in my opinion. I don't get that long out of them, but in terms of smell, definitely one that I enjoy. Glad to have it in the collection, regardless of the missing atomizer. Now we're going to take a trip into the realm of lesser known perfume houses with Mystic Parfums Mystic Rainfall. This is a tropical, woodsy, slightly aromatic fragrance. There's something about it, I can't put my nose on it. Pardon the pun. There's just something about it that's addictive. It's got an addictive quality. It's easy to wear. Again, like a lot of the stuff I've picked up so far in the month of February, it is easy to wear. It suits cold weather, it suits slightly warmer weather. Spring is coming. The weather can be relatively warm some days, very cold other days. So you need fragrances that can adapt to that. I acquired myself 4 fragrances from the house of Inspired by the Best, and if the name doesn't give it away, then I will let you in on the secret. These are inspired by the best fragrances out there. So the 4 that I acquired are inspired by Ombre Leather, Baccarat Rouge 540, Halfeti, and Stellar Times by Louis Vuitton. These are all 100ml, they're very high quality, very nice. I'm currently in the process of wearing them all, giving them a couple of wears each so that I can do full reviews on all of these over on my TikTok and possibly over here on my YouTube. But my first impressions of these fragrances are that they are great, and I'm so glad to have these 4 in the collection. I'll probably add the rest of this house to the collection at some point in the future as well. I also got a hold of some Pocket Scents in the month of February. If you don't know about Pocket Scents, go check them out. They are a UK-based fragrance house with a selection of inspired buys and original creations, all at very affordable prices. I got myself a 3-piece discovery set and a full bottle. Full bottle is Cherry Noir. Now this right here, this is for those of you that like the Tom Ford Lost Cherry DNA but want better performance. Cherry Noir from Pocket Scents has you covered. And in the 3-piece set, I got Imperious Elixir, Versailles Elixir, and Old Wood. Imperious Elixir is quite close to that Aventus style of fragrance. Versailles Elixir, well, if you know where Versailles is located and you know some very, very well-known niche brands from that location, then, you know, you might have worked out what it is. If you haven't, I'll give you 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. For those of you that guessed Layton, you're correct. This is that Layton DNA just done to perfection. And Old Wood, I mean, it's almost too obvious what that is. Another Tom Ford with better performance, Oud Wood. Pocket Scents, check them out. If you're UK based, check them out. Can't go wrong. Massive selection, all the highest of quality. Next up, we have a first for my collection, and that is an alcohol-free fragrance. This one is from the house of Kajal. It is Le Mans Caviar. It is incredible. If you smelt the original Le Mans, it's like that, a little bit smoother, a little bit sweeter, a little bit less smoky than the EDP. But it is fantastic. I have tested this. It's got great performance, especially considering it is an alcohol-free fragrance. If you are in the market for alcohol-free fragrances, definitely stop by Kajal, see what they're saying. Check this one out if you can. It's incredible stuff. And I think the presentation on this is really unique as well. Fantastic one to have added into this here treasure trove of fragrances. Although I will say the coloration of the juice is a little bit suspect. I also got my hands on the latest release from Atrium Fragrance, which is School of Scents brand, and this may be their best one yet. Mr. Elegance is incredible stuff. I have got every single Atrium fragrance so far, and I will continue to do so. I started getting their fragrances before I was doing fragrance content. Mr. Fragrant was a fantastic release, and by the time Mr. Romantic came out, I'd started my content journey over on TikTok, and here I am now on YouTube as well, talking about Mr. Elegance, the 5th release. Also, this picture of a handsome lad on the back, just chef's kiss. Happy to have it in the collection. Color of the juice is fantastic. I can't give this one enough praise. Can't wait to do a full review. The penultimate pickup of February is the newest one from Moncler, Sunrise Pour Homme. This is lavender heavy. It gives me Sauvage Parfum vibes, like that kind of ballpark. Not the same fragrance, but that kind of ballpark. Moncler as a house, in terms of fragrance, a little bit slept on in my opinion. I'm a big fan of the original Homme from Moncler, a creamy, woodsy fragrance. In terms of this as a release, this is really nice. The only thing that upsets me about this one is they didn't release this in the 150ml with the LED screen. And I think that's a missed opportunity, because this coloration of bottle with an LED screen would sell itself. Moncler Sunrise Pour Homme. Don't sleep on it. And finally, for the month of February, Louis Vuitton Le Monserrat. If you know me, you know I'm a massive fan of the LV fragrances. I think they're worth every penny in terms of their price point. The quality is there, the creativity is there, the artistry, the perfumery, the blending, all of it is fantastic. I love Ombre Nomad. It's in my top 10 fragrances of all time. I love some of the ones from the Extrait line. The 2 new releases that are out now as well, Pure Amber and Pure Santal, they're on my hit list. I will be getting them. I will be picking up a fair few more Louis Vuittons in the future, so get used to seeing these in these kinds of videos, because there will be at least one of these, maybe not the next one, but definitely the one after that. Le Monserrat just took the cake slightly over imagination. I wanted a versatile all year round kind of wearable fragrance. This one does lean slightly fresher, is better suited for the warmer weather, but I still think you can get away with it as a signature scent. And as you can see, it doesn't look like much of a dent, but for someone with over 320 bottles of fragrance, that is a dent. That is a very big dent. I'm fully expecting that I will run through this in the next year or so and have to get a refill. Le Mans today, absolutely incredible. It's been my scent of the day several times since picking it up, as you can tell. I can't say anything more other than it's great. It's fucking great. So that's a total of £1,070. Not as much as in January, but hey, I'm not complaining. We still got a fair few good fragrances and a lot of bangers. Now I've got to work out where the fuck to put them on my display, which needs a complete reorganization in my opinion, but that's for a later video. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by. I've been the Captain. You've been awesome, and I will catch you lot on the flip side. Adios.